Thank you. New at 5, a local story making national headlines today. This morning, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a Tennessee law that bans all gender-affirming care for minors.
Around half states have adopted similar bans, leaving the other half to allow the care in the form of hormone treatments for a teenager prior to turning 18. Action News 5's Michaela Redmond has been tracking local reactions since it was handed down.
That vote was 6-3 and sparked different emotions across political party lines. The sponsor of the bill, State Senator Jack Johnson, previously explained that this was the best public policy to prevent kids from suffering irreversible consequences. Johnson also explained that states regulate a number of different medical procedures and bar minors from getting tattoos, smoking, or drinking. On the other hand, organizations like the Tennessee Equality Project say they're heartbroken by the ruling. I was able to speak with Bean Chapman, the committee chair for Knox, Anderson, and Blount counties. Chapman says they have fought hard against this decision starting back in 2023, when the Supreme Court had the hearing. Chapman also tells me that they're extremely concerned about transgender children and their families, who they say will now have to definitely go out of state for care.
There is a body of evidence that is very established for decades, showing that gender-affirming care, from minimal care to surgical intervention, is life-saving care. And when we say life-saving, we mean that it has to do with not just quality of life, but people take their own lives, right, when they can't access the care that they need for themselves, right? This is about their own bodily autonomy.
Chapman says while it's not the outcome they wanted, it points to a larger rhetoric across the country and the world. I was able to speak with Mid-South Pride. Coming up at 6, I'll share the message of hope the president has for transgender youth in our area. Reporting in Memphis, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.
And a quick reminder about the time frame for all this, starting in March 2023, when the gender-affirming care ban was signed into law in Tennessee. The next month, the ACLU filed suit against the state, arguing the law violates young people's rights. Injunctions in the lawsuit pushed the ban back, but it eventually still took effect that July. Current patients were forced to end their care, again, we're talking about minors here, by the end of March 2024. The lawsuit made its way through the appeals process, as did lawsuits in other states, including Arkansas and Mississippi. Then last December, the U.S. Supreme Court took up the case from Tennessee. The decision we're reporting today stems from all of that.
Several state lawmakers reacting to the Supreme Court ruling. Governor Bill Lee thanking Attorney General Scrimetti for defending the state in court, saying, quote, "Protecting children is a fundamental responsibility that we take seriously. And I was proud to sign this bipartisan legislation that lawfully safeguards young people from irreversible, life-altering medical decisions," end quote.
State Senator Ramesh Akbari, the Democrat, calling the ruling, quote, "a harmful setback." In a statement, she said, quote, "Tennessee's law was always about politics, not protecting children. It strips away the rights of loving families and qualified professionals to make decisions based on science and compassion."
Action News 5 has been covering the state's ban on gender-affirming care since it passed 2 years ago. We'll continue to keep you updated on the fallout from today's ruling here on the air and online. For all of our coverage, you can head to our website, actionnews5.com.